Yeah, it's like I've got crotchless panties on, but a chastity belt on my mouth. Like, I ain't kissing you. So I don't know.
Do you love the movies? Did you love the search for the perfect rental on a Friday night? Did your parents have all the premium channels so you watched movies you had no business watching at a young age? I know we did. Welcome to Mike and Anthony Soda Pop Culture Club. Me, Mike, along with my co-host Anthony.
Peanut! Maybe send that Dick Gregory.
Bring our take on a classic movie every Monday from the 80s, 90s, and beyond, during which we will play the game and open up a six-pack of favorite scenes. We also point out a couple of generic scenes as well. And at the end of the show, we will rate the movie 1 to 24 cans. 1 can is having to smell Bilal's breath all the time, and 24 cans is having a good condom when you need one. But before we get to all that, we want to let you know we have a Patreon. And if you like cool stuff and topics, then you need to join us on Patreon. Plus, if you are a patron, we listen to your suggestions. So if you want us to do a movie, that would be a good way to suggest it. You can still do a fast pass and give us $25 to our Venmo or PayPal, which is at Soda Pop Culture Club. And just an FYI, we have a goal. We always have goals. And one of our goals is 10 patrons by October. That way, we can keep delivering all the awesome content that you enjoy. So if you want to listen to us and you like what you've heard, please join our Patreon, because that is the way to keep us afloat. But not only do we have a Patreon, we also have a website, sodapopcultureclub.com. You can buy merch there, make movie suggestions, see our schedule. Those are all fun things to do. And a couple more things. Don't forget to share the show with your friends. Check out our Instagram at Mike and Anthony, where we post tasteful pics of our feet reenacting famous movie scenes. Like I'll paint a little face on the bottom of my foot, and my toes will be the hair.
Sexy.
Have you ever?
Oh, sexy.
Do you like feet pics? Oh, whoa. Anthony likes the feet pic shit. I'm sorry. Actually.
Oh, Rex Ryan all over that.
Actually, we try to post clever memes, but if you want the feet pics, text Anthony at sodapopcultureclub.com. He will reply with feet pics.
Yes, not mine, but I'll give you feet pics.
Hey, he'll give you something. Maybe Frodo's feet or some shit.
Something.
Finally, we need you to go to Apple Podcasts and hit us up for a 5-star or any star review, whatever's in your heart, and a comment. It would be super duper awesome, and it helps the show out. Anthony, what say you? What do you have to say?
I am ready to bust some shit out. So, today we are doing, I would say, a slightly epic movie to me at that time period.
If my pops finds out I got in trouble in school today, I'm definitely going to be on punishment. There's a party tonight at Peter's house. Can I go?
You're not going nowhere. Every little step you take will be around this bedroom tonight.
Did you hear anything about a party tonight? At least not any good ones.
Hello, Tawatha. Do I feel like being bothered with Tawatha? Hello, LaDonna.
Booming, booming, booming.
Yo, baby, you looking real good.
Step off.
Scandalous. Kick it, Pop.
What you got to say now, punk?
How much more trouble can I get into?
Hey, Eraserhead.
Look, I'm in prison.
Just do me a favor. Don't pick up the soap. Wait till I find him. I'm gonna kill him.
Yo, y'all look who fell into the gig. Hey, this ain't Soul Train.
The two finest women in here. Now, how could a man choose?
He better choose right.
Okay, so where we're on our way to? The house party. What? The house party. Jay ain't going to that damn party. That's all to it. I don't give a damn what you say.
Gonna make me a social misfit.
I paid $50,000 for this house.
50 or 15?
15. I paid $15,000 for this house, which is like what you would have to pay for like the shed mini houses they have now.
Oh, a she shed? If you want a she shed, I think you might have to pay more for a she shed, especially if you want electric and air conditioning.
$15,000 for a house.
$15,000 might get you a tank of gas. What are you talking about?
Jesus. Anyway, all right. Here we go, everybody. Here is our breakdown by the numbers. Directed by Reginald Hudlin and starring Kid and Play, a.k.a. Christopher Reed and Christopher Martin, respectively. Tisha Campbell, Martin Lawrence, Robin Harris, A.J. Johnson, Daryl Mitchell, and John Witherspoon. House Party was released on March 9th, 1990, taking in $26.4 million at the box office against a $2.5 million budget. It scores 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb and 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. Get it done.
That is strangely high.
It's crazy.
I saw that and I was like, that's strangely high.
I feel like this is one of those, it's just nostalgic love for this movie.
Yeah, because you know the box office isn't that big, but I think where it hit hard was at the video rental market and on the premiums. Like we always say at the beginning of this thing, we watched premiums and the movies got repeated over and over again, especially these and the other one with Kid and Play. What was the other one that
Class Act?
Class Act. That was another one.
House Party 2 and House Party 3.
Yeah. But just in general, that seemed like those movies were just replayed all the time. So definitely one of those things. But I want to go into, really, I only have one fact, but I think it's right for here since we were talking about
I'll give you another fact after that, but go ahead.
Oh, he's going to try and one-up my fact, but I think it's hard to one-up this one.
Not to one-up it, but it's just an interesting fact. Go ahead.
Okay. Much like the film itself, the casting process for House Party all started with a song. The song in question is DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince's A Nightmare on My Street, which is Anthony's favorite song. Due to some legal issues that... What was that?
I was just laughing.
Because it is due to some legal issues that arose around sampling the music from A Nightmare on Elm Street. The rap duo ended up in a deal that put the House Party script in front of them. When the pair ultimately decided to pass on making the movie, it opened the door for Kid and Play to take on the project. Would this been a better movie if it was Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff?
No, it wouldn't. At all. It would have been, I don't know. Like, I can't.
I just don't know.
It is weird to kind of think about that because, like, on Prince of Bel-Air, you've got both of them on there, and they do have great dynamic as actors on there. So it might have been, but I don't know. Like, to me, it would have depended on, like, how Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff could dance together. We got to see
the thing. That whole thing. Yeah.
That shit.
But would it change their career trajectory? But go ahead.
Here's my question, though. Between those two, then, is who's Kid and who's Play? And who's wearing the hair?
I think Kid would have to be Jazzy Jeff. And Will Smith would have to be Play because he has that swagger.
So Will Smith is the asshole then. So yes. I don't know if that's a good move for his career or not, but here's my question.
That's what I'm saying. Would it have changed their whole career, right? Like,
do you know any more detail as far as what, because of the legal drama with that?
The sampling of the movie itself in the song.
What led them to get the deal for that, though?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't go that deep.
You didn't research good.
I just know that any sound from that movie in the song was a problem to be in a movie, so they didn't let it happen.
I knew that. I just wondered how that led to them getting the House Party script in front of them.
I don't know.
Because
they wanted to make a movie around The Nightmare on My Street, and they ended up getting the House Party script, and they had to probably change up all the music and everything around it. I didn't go that deep, but I assume that's what it was.
So I'm just going to, the fact I'm going to throw out, which is just interesting because I never knew this. I'm sure a lot of people may have known this. Do you know where Kid and Play used to work before they got like their gig here?
I thought I did, but I don't remember.
Sears.
Yes. Okay, that's it. Okay, yeah.
But do you know who else they worked with? It was in a call center.
Shit. See, I just threw this fact away and didn't think of it. Go ahead.
It was in a call center.
Yes.
With Martin Lawrence in House Party and Salt and Pepper.
Could you fucking imagine?
Can you fucking imagine working in that call center? You're like, holy shit.
Were you freaking on the weekend with them?
I only know this because like last week, there was a Salt and Pepper movie on.
There was?
Yes, and I was watching that.
Wow, because Salt and Pepper was on Family Feud last week. Go ahead.
It's a movie about them. It's not, they're not in it, but it's about
Oh,
them.
okay.
You know, one of those movies. But I was like, and I found this out, I'm like, holy fucking shit, are you kidding me? That blew my mind. I'm like, you have those 5 people working together in a Sears call center.
That makes sense though, because I was just watching Family Feud and they had the new Fresh Prince cast on one side or something. No, I don't know who they had on the other side, but they had Salt and Pepper, Kid and Play, and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was Martin Lawrence with them.
So they were
That's
all
so
homies.
fucking weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. Did you watch the new Fresh Prince yet? I have not.
No, I have not, but that's
I haven't
okay.
either.
But let's get back to this. I'm going to play the game. Are you ready to play this game?
Oh, sure. Let's do it.
Okay, let me hit my camera. All right, it's now time to play the game, and I think everybody knows what the game is. That's where I read off 3 movie reviews of this movie. 2 of them are real, 1 of them is fake, and he has to guess which one's the fake one, and you too can play along and see if you can pick it out. Are you ready, Anthony?
I am so ready. Please, let's continue.
So, the first one, Brian Costello of Common Sense Media. 90s hip-hop comedy marred by gay slurs and lots of cussing. Pete Eckhart of the Chicago Tribune. Catchy dances and some fly tunes make this house party memorable. Justin Brown of Medium Popcorn. Such a classic movie on so many levels, very well written, and it holds up really well. So, Anthony, I've read them all to you. What are you going to guess?
I'm going to guess the fake one. I'm going to guess the third one.
And why is that?
Just the line that it holds up really well.
Interesting, you would say that. If I told you you were wrong, what would be your second choice?
The second one.
And why is that?
Because Brian Costello, I know that name.
Okay, well, Elvis Costello is a musician, but
I said Brian.
You were right the second time because you were wrong the first time. The second time, it's Peter Eckert, but I feel you might know that name because you did probably watch a series called The League.
I did not watch The League.
Oh, you did not with
I know the name. But listen, the only reason, so I picked the third one just because the line that it holds up really well.
No, that's real. That's real as fuck.
I feel like you put that in on purpose.
No, that's real as fuck, man. Isn't that weird?
Right.
I thought that was so bad that I had to put it in there. But it's a good review, but it's bad. Like, isn't like, really? Holds up well?
I think we got to look at when was that review written to say it holds up really well.
I think 2005.
Okay. Well, that's still like a while back.
That is a while back. But you lost, and that's the important thing we want to get across here.
We really need to go back and keep a scoreboard for how many
that's
times.
Your job. You do stats. I just
no. I'll do stats. You go back and listen. You give me that shit, and then I'll write it down on the chalkboard.
You don't think maybe you could go back and look? Okay.
No. I'll tell you what I'll do though. I will put in the physical labor to hang a scoreboard up on my wall here, and then I can write down how many times I lost, how many times I won.
You will commit to that. Okay.
I will commit to that.
Are we ready for this?
Ready. Let's go.
All right. In their high school cafeteria, Play announces to his friends, Kid, Junior, and Bilal that he will be having a party at his house that night as his parents are on vacation. The reluctant Bilal is to be the DJ. Kid is then involved in an altercation with school bully Stab and his 2 brothers, Pee-wee and Zilla. When Kid comes home, he tries to convince his father, Pop, to let him go to the party. Pop relents at first, but when a note from school informs him of the fight, he punishes Kid from going to the party. Rather than miss the party of the year, Kid sneaks out while Pop is sleeping, but the door closing behind Kid awakens the beast. Or Pop, that's awakens Pop.
All right, so let me real quick jump in. Let's just make sure we get this accurate. Play's parents are on vacation.
Yes.
It's not just that. Play's parents are down south. Way down south.
Way down south.
He's got the house keys as well as the car keys.
Car keys. Yes, he does, man. Man, I've never had that joy. Have you ever had the joy of having somebody or anybody that had their parents out and they actually did this type of thing. I never had that joy.
All right, let me tell you. First of all, I didn't go to parties. I didn't go to school
Yeah.
dances. I was a fucking dork. I mean, I still am, but like whatever. This is the funny thing about this movie. That why I'm glad we're doing this movie, because to me, I identify this movie as being watching it when I was a kid. Like
Yeah.
you feel like when you watch this, you're
Yeah.
like, this is the movie the cool kids are watching. You know what I mean? Like seriously, I'm like,
yeah.
this is what the cool kids are fucking watching.
Like
This
Ronald
is that
Miller
movie.
and Can't Buy Me Love. Everybody's watching it.
And then I'll tell you, so it's really funny. I remember, so I was in junior high, and I think I was like 7th grade. And I remember there was a kid that I know that was friends with friends of mine. So he was kind of like one of the cooler kids, I guess, because he was older than me.
Yeah.
I remember being in study hall, and the
Yeah.
teacher, he was like sitting like a seat or two behind me, and the teacher came up behind him and, told him to be quiet or whatever. Motherfucker, he's like, I'm from a town called Fresh Off Teacher's Ass, making me homesick. And I'm like, first of all, there's this other girl by him that's just laughing. She thinks he's awesome. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you fucking douchebag. You fucking ripped that line off. And I'm like, I bet that girl doesn't even fucking know that you ripped that line off.
That
I
sucks.
still remember that because I'm like, I know that line too, you dipshit. But I'm a 7th grader, so I don't count. So fuck off.
You should have said so. You should
You're
have said,
like ripping that off, and I think the other girl just didn't even know what he was talking about. Just thought it was a funny line that he made up by himself.
yeah. You're a dork, though.
Yeah,
If you'd have said it, it wouldn't have sounded as cool, I'm sure.
it wouldn't, because as bad as I sound now, my voice in 7th grade, fuck that noise shit, dude. You kidding me?
Yeah, but this movie, it's pretty interesting. We have let's get to it. There's the big fight. That's really the whole thing that we're supposed to learn here. And I have a note on here how I don't understand why he'd be in trouble, because the bullies were the ones instigating and pushing him. And I don't understand why he's a victim. I think he's a victim of bullying in my opinion.
But the teachers, it's all about what they see. And also remember, kid threw the Jello to start the fight. Actually, he also threw the first weak ass punch. So he technically started the fight.
But dude laid hands on him, I think. Though.
So let me say something else too. I'm sorry. This still bugs me when they're in the principal's office. He's like, "I'm sorry, I almost hit Mr. Wilson or whatever it was with the Jello fruit cup. It wasn't a Jello fruit cup. It was a handful of fucking Jello out of a big bowl.
Yeah, he didn't.
It was not a Jello fruit cup. That was kids' hand of Jello out of a big old bowl of Jello.
Yeah. What gets me in this movie is that, the age of these people. Like, how old is Stab?
But why does that get you? How many fucking teen movies have we reviewed that they're 35? They're fucking, it's always been like that. They're 35 years old.
I mean, this is 1990 though, man. This isn't like at this point, they've at least gotten younger people. It seemed like these dudes look like they grow better beards than I do. I'm just saying, although I can't grow one and I'm in my 40s.
You can't. You really can't. I mean, have you tried though?
I could, but it would just be a little scruff of shit on my
I remember when you had COVID and you sent me a picture of you from the hospital. So it had been like a week since you shaved.
At least.
Which is probably the first time you've gone that long without shaving. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm not good. I'm not proud of it. Thank you.
I don't want to rip on you because you had COVID. And I felt bad, but I'm like,
but now, fuck you.
Off your face? So can I get my generic? I want to get that out because
go ahead.
Please. All right.
We're rusty.
This, I will tell you, even when I was a kid watching this has always bothered me. What kind of fucking mail system does this neighborhood have? Because
I don't know.
Kid comes home and he's sitting at the table. These are all the pieces of mail we got today, Pop. So the mail's already been delivered. And then later, the letter comes. So is there a special school mail carrier to deliver punishment letters, or how the fuck does that work?
I don't know. Maybe it's an incident so worthy that like the assistant principal or someone would drop it off. But they did knock on the door. What really
Oh,
gets me
worthy. It ain't like he
is,
stab.
but my thing is why wouldn't he like act like open the door and act like nothing came through the slot if he really wanted to look that over? Like he could have really played that off. He was just shitty at playing it off. Ironically.
Well, I know we're going to talk about this later. You're going to. The beatings from Pops. I don't think he wants to mess with that. So I think that might be like...
There might be some things in the back of his mind.
Yeah, that I ain't messing with that. No, I'm scared of Pops. I love Pops, but I'm scared of him.
I want to talk about Bilal's bedroom. What the fuck is going on there? He has a wall of fucking swimsuit models on little cards or some shit and a sign that says slippery when wet. Like what kind of fucking weirdo does that? That's like ugh.
Oh, this guy right here. So I'm gonna throw this out right now. Listen. So
how old were you?
Oh God, I don't even know.
Is 12 or something. Time where his dick started getting hard and he had to do something with it.
It wasn't even that. Like I feel like I don't know, 13, 14 ish.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I remember. I feel like I told this story before. At some point on here, but I used to go to the library, and I would cut pictures out of magazines and steal them, basically. Okay, so like they're magazines; they're not going to be there forever, whatever. So I did create a whole wall of babes.
Oh,
I had a whole wall, like a collage of swimsuit pictures and everything, and anything I could find in magazines. And I was like, so I'm not proud or ashamed of it. It is what it is. That's what I did.
Okay. I didn't really have things like that on my wall. I may have had a couple golfers and a basketball player.
Not me.
I don't know. Maybe, you know what though? I'll say this. At any time, if you needed to relieve yourself, you could have looked at your wall probably and had inspiration.
So I will say I never did that to my wall.
I hope you don't fuck your wall. That would be weird.
No, relieve myself looking at the wall. It was nothing like that. It was just more like, I think it's cool. You know, a bunch of hot chicks on my wall. But I do remember also the whole wall of babes that I had. I remember I did have a poster of Cindy Crawford too.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
This was like a nice turnaround butt shot poster. It was circa the
he's
the
Pepsi pink. It's there.
It was, and I'm telling you right now, I would admit it if I did. I did not ever jerk off looking at my wall or my posters.
Yeah, it could be in your brain.
I'm just saying. But no, I had the Cindy Crawford. She was like turned around with like kind of Daisy Dukes on, I think. And
I remember that picture.
She was turned around.
Everyone remembers that.
This is like circa the Pepsi commercial.
This is the best-selling picture in fucking Walmart back then.
Yes. This was this was like that poster was like Just Friends.
Yeah.
With
with what's her name? Anna Faris.
And Banana. It's a hot selling poster right now in America.
That probably was. Yeah. I remember that poster. I never had it, but I remember seeing it.
But I didn't do that to it, but I had it.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that.
To me, it was more like, it wasn't.
Wasn't that from a jeans ad?
It was like, this is cool to show my friends. I'm like, look at my wall. I don't know how much House Party contributed to that or not. Maybe it was that. I don't remember if I saw that before I did that. I don't know.
I got a thing here. I want to talk about the girls because I have a 6-pack there. When Sydney and was it Shireen are talking at her house in the projects, but they go outside and I love when they yell back in. It's the 6-pack. I'm going to hit it to the little brother or whatever he is, and they ask for the Kool-Aid. But I like the whole Kool-Aid scene, the whole thing with the ladies when they ask grape or red. You know, it just reminds me of when I was a kid and we didn't have soda pop all the time. You had Kool-Aid all the time. I don't know. When I was a kid, I always had a pitcher of Kool-Aid in there.
Oh yeah,
so
Kool-Aid for sure.
Kool-Aid was the shit. It just reminded me of that, and it was just like pretty cool.
Watching him make that pitcher of Kool-Aid
That
with
too, that
holy shit.
pound of sugar.
Oh my God.
I don't remember. Was it 2 cups was the perfect? There was a perfect mix.
2 cups or quarts? I can't remember.
Sugar.
I know. It was 2 cups or quarts because I feel
I
like
don't
with
know. I
Kool-Aid,
have to remember.
the thing is like Kool-Aid, man, the recipe called for a lot of fucking sugar.
But you didn't put that much because it would be too sweet, so you had to cut it, and we cut it
It
to the
was
perfect
like,
point where it was
oh.
just sweet enough, but not too sweet. And I think you find that, and once you do, it's like you make it the same way.
Yeah.
And that's what
Once
it is.
you hit your sweet spot or not so sweet spot.
I want to hit your so sweet spot. What happens is Play goes over to Bilal's house and they pick up his shit. And one of the things I don't like is how he's fucking up Bilal's equipment. I'd have beat his ass for scratching up my speakers. Just my thought. That's my thought. But I think you had something you wanted to say here about.
Oh, I do.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Special nod here to who Play is making out with in the car when he picks up Bilal. None other than Kelly Jo Minter of Summer School, Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The People Under the Stairs, and Popcorn fame. Love her. She's an
Yeah, we did Summer School, so if you want to go back
I'm
and
a
listen
bitch
to
and mama's a bitch.
that. You're right about that.
My mama ain't no bitch.
Yes. My mama ain't no bitch. So we're going to get on to the next section.
Please enjoy these words from our sponsors because they love you like we do. On his way to the party, Kid runs into Stab again. Along the way, he inadvertently peeps on Roughhouse getting it on with his lady. After being shot at, Kid runs and ends up crashing a reunion. Kid has the DJ scratch and mix a few of his old doo-wop records so that he can liven up the party with a rap until Stab and the others arrive. Trying to escape from Stab, Kid accidentally knocks down an older man. Kid and the bullies are then caught by the neighborhood police who humiliate the 4 teenagers before letting them go.
Awful.
I
Police.
am somebody.
I am somebody. That's kind of weird that was I can't remember the time why they shouldn't have made them do that, but at the same time I didn't think it was that weird. I thought it was just one of those positive things like, it's like Stuart Smalley.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it. I'm going to,
People like you.
What was that?
People like you.
People like me. I thought that was more of what they were saying, but I guess it's more about making somebody do something that they wouldn't make anyone else do. I think that's why they were all angry about it.
Yeah, whatever.
You're so full of words. Hey, you have a 6-pack, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
George motherfucking Clinton.
Yes.
As the DJ. That was awesome.
I love that. I love when he says, I love me some George Clinton. I like it when he says, cry 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it.
Take to the stage. So, you know what's funny? I have said that so many times in my life.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I've said it to my wife before. And she's just like, what the fuck was that?
Cry 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it.
I say that. I've said that a lot. Cry 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it.
Yeah.
She's just like,
There's nothing wrong with that.
She's just like, are you drunk? What the fuck are you? What the fuck?
Yes, I am, but that's not the reason I said it.
Right, exactly.
I will say that this movie has aged like a fine vino with its portrayal of the police in a minority community.
Yeah.
When it comes to how they've harassed everyone in this, to the party, to before the party, when they harassed Kid when he's walking down the street.
I don't know if it's aged that well, actually, because I feel like it'd probably be a lot more brutal.
Now, well, I don't know.
Well, let's say this. Hold on.
When there's a problem, it's more brutal, but back then it was more harassment.
No, I feel like actually when they took Stab and his gang out to the docks.
Oh, that's later, yeah.
I know, but I think that probably would happen sooner.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah,
you're right.
Pops is probably going to the docks. Kid's probably going to the docks. You know,
Pops ain't taking no one
being
shit.
real about it. Yeah. Oh, but I know. Pops, Jesus Christ, Pops, you had a death wish there. Talking back to the cops like that.
Now the thing with this crowd though is that the cops are so bad they even think they're dicks. The crowd that they're there to help doesn't want the cops to take them anymore. It's like they see how bad they are. They don't want anything to do with them, even when it comes to taking them to prison. So it's kind of interesting how that works out.
Well, it's because but
they know how it is in the community.
Yeah, but this is a black crowd, and you have white cops
who are humiliating young
humiliating. Yes, exactly. So
even if they are doing the wrong thing, they don't deserve that, right?
Because they are
somebody.
Yeah,
somebody. All right, are you ready for this?
Let's go.
Kid finally arrives to the party. Kid and Play soon get into a dance contest with Sydney and Shireen, then have an epic rap battle. Kid's father is stopped and harassed by the police while trying to find him. Stab and his friends attempt to break up the party, but are arrested a second time by the policemen, who take delight in the prospect of beating them up. Kid's father eventually makes his way to the party, demanding to know where Kid is, upstairs actually, helping Shireen get her coat, and not finding him. Pop vows to wait for him at home. Play stops the party because his bathroom toilet was broken by party members. Although Kid and Sydney have eyes for each other, Shireen decides to flirt with Kid openly, much to Sydney's disgust. Well, I wouldn't be disgusted. I mean, he's just playing around. Okay, anyways. The three soon leave the party. He's just playing. The three soon leave the party, but when Kid tries to make advances on Shireen, she rebuffs him. Kid then walks Sydney back home, and after some argument, the pair finally calm down and talk quietly. So there you go.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is Shireen a virgin?
Good question. She gives off the vibes that she isn't, because she sounds like she's...
Right, that's what I'm saying. She just like playing the role, but it's like she is.
But you're saying, is she just a tease? Like she pulls him...
Yeah, that's what
I'm not trying to label anyone, but she has tease vibes. I get what you're saying.
Well, so I feel like Shireen's a virgin and Sydney is not.
Because she was... Oh, yeah, I get why you would say that. I think so. I don't know. I think it's complicated. Maybe they both aren't, but... And that's why Shireen maybe makes the decision she does now. Like, I'm not just going to jump into this because maybe I did it before.
That could be, yeah. Just saying, I don't know.
This is pre Roe v. Wade being overturned. Maybe she's had an abortion that we don't know about.
Yeah, it's like I've got crotchless panties on, but a chastity belt on my mouth. Like, I ain't kissing you. So I don't know. But Sydney's like, yeah, I haven't done that before. So, but no, I never have. I mean, I've done it. I just never did without that. You got to have that. Don't you have a whatchamacallit in your wallet?
Yeah. Well, we haven't gotten there yet. So I will get on that.
Oh, everybody's gotten there. Everybody's listening to this.
Hey, I've got questions about the party, though. Is this what a cool party looked like back in the day? I assume this is it, right?
I don't know. I didn't go to parties. I was a fucking geek. I didn't go to parties.
Did you listen to Public Enema?
Public Enemy? Public Enema? What?
Enema. Public Enema. They playing that Public Enema next door. Oh man.
So this was junior high. I'm trying to think of what I feel like this might have been right before my Gravediggers and Insane Clown Posse phase. So I don't know.
This was like Queensryche, Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith,
more Def Leppard, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. This is what you'd have been listening to then.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah. I want to talk about, I love the stab sex issue, because I would be mortified if every time I was about to have sex with somebody or get it on, I visualize your face.
No. About to wax that ass.
Well, I'm about to wax that ass. I don't want to see Anthony. That's what I don't want to see.
All right.
Oh.
I'm going to call bullshit on that. We all know that's a lie because you visualize me just to get an erection. And we know this. So
I'm glad, maybe it's because you do that you say I do.
You do that, and you've admitted that before. It's out in the open. Come on. Yes, you do.
Oh, so our favorite parts of this, I'm going to hit a 6-pack because we both, I think, have one here. This party.
The best Christmas gift I could ever give you is a blow-up doll of me. So just be done with it. Just admit it.
Okay. That 6-pack for that Christmas gift, but 6-pack for this. At party, the dance moves in the battle were fly. That's my 6-pack. It is pretty classic.
Yes.
That partner thing, that's a thing, the whole dance. Did you ever try to do that ever?
Um, you know what? I feel like I tried to actually do that a little bit of that routine once.
Yeah.
Not well, but
Yeah.
see, the
Yeah.
problem is like you have to find somebody else that wants to dance and wants is coordinated.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
everything else,
yeah.
you know.
And you're neither of those.
Right, and it's like me trying to find a podcast co-host that doesn't suck, and I couldn't, so we're doing
All
this.
right.
So
Ah,
same thing. Like you can't click my heels.
I can't click your heels. You're right. I can't do anything with you on that one. But I can visualize you right before I yank one off. Um,
Exactly.
but I
You
want to
admitted
get
it.
now
There it is. Proof.
after this. After the scene, though, we get Stab and them show up again, um, and they get sent out the door. Kids kind of playing with fire on that, but
A little busy with your girl on my lap.
he's getting playing with fire there. But that escalates fucking quick, man.
Yeah.
It goes from 0 to 100. They start burning down the fucking house.
You say that, but think about this. If you're already having intimacy problems because you visualize somebody, I think that
And
seed
they're
has
in
already
the house.
that seed has already been planted to where you're done.
He's visualizing him every time he's trying to plant that seed.
I can't have sex with a woman because of this person in my
Yeah.
mind. I'm gonna burn the house down and kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I kind of get that a little bit.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, it escalated really quick, and the cops, just like cops do, like you said, this is where they grab him and say, "Oh, let's take him down to the docks and beat him." I mean, and that's a commentary that was made in 1990, and think about now how that has not changed.
Yeah,
I mean, that's 32 years ago. What the fuck? And we're still talking about
I
this
don't
shit?
think they probably call it a different code now. I don't know.
I don't know what they call that. I don't know. Or they have to wear body cameras now. They call it a body camera glitch, and he slipped and fell down some
Yeah.
stairs.
Yes.
That's what they'll say they did. That's how that happens. Okay, now the next thing is they have that epic rap battle, and I want to know who has the better flow, Kid or Play. I like Kid's better. I think he
Yeah.
sounds better. Like he just has a better sound. What do you think?
I'm gonna be honest. They're both kind of crappy rappers.
Well, I mean, compared
They
to
are.
Eminem, right?
Just in general, they're kind of crappy rappers. I don't mean that to sound bad. I thought it was cool back then, but then you watch, you're like, they both kind of suck. And but you root for Kid because kid spelled backwards describes Play best, just like
a dick.
it describes
That was
you
in the
best.
rap.
Just like it describes you best. But also plays a total fucking asshole in this movie. And he deserves to get his toilet broken. He deserves that.
And not know how to fix it.
Which is also funny because it's not that hard to fucking fix a toilet that won't flush. And this movie also shows how stupid people were before YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube has saved a lot of people.
It really has.
It has saved a lot of people. I will tell you that
literally,
right now.
And then that's it. And then you don't
Send everybody home.
Open the tank up and look because it's not that hard to fix something.
It's a mechanism. It's got a little thing. You just
goddamn. It's not that hard.
Oh man! Although it could be stopped up. I mean, in that case, it's a whole
Plunger.
other ball of wax.
That's a
plunger.
plunger.
I mean, it's a
Turn off
technology
the
that's been
water
around
supply,
for a while.
Get a plunger, plunge the shit, get it done. Cut through the turds.
Make your friends do it. Grab the plunger and say, "Fix this shit." They
Because
were
the funny
standing
thing
there.
about that, and the funny thing about that, they're like, "Look at the log in that motherfucker," and it's like it's not the log, it's the toilet paper that plugs it up.
Yeah,
Come
the log
on.
slides down easy.
And honestly, you wait long enough, it's gonna flush. The toilet
That
paper
log
will disintegrate.
Fucking huge for it not to flush because of the log. Let's put it that way. You'd have to be worried about the person.
It looked
that
like
left
he could
that.
shit some bricks.
Oh man. But I do like how they take the drunk guy home and
Yeah.
they just laid him up against the door. Just
That's
hit
awesome.
the door, don't run away.
Door.
That's fucking unreal, man.
Sydney allows Kid to sneak into her house, and the two are about to have sex in Sydney's room when she stops him, wanting to know if she is simply his second choice. Kid admits that Sydney was his first choice all along because you should be friends as well as lovers. But they do not do anything when they see that the only condom Kid has is too old to be used. Shame on Kid. I mean, sorry, Kid. When Sydney's parents come home, now revealed as one of the couples at the high school reunion, including the man Kid ran into or onto, Sydney
Yeah,
helps
really.
Kid sneak out of the house.
Yeah.
I'm sleepy now. I'm going to get to bed.
Now, here's the thing I want to say about this whole situation. Sydney shouldn't trust anything that Kid says in that moment. He is so close to getting laid. He would say anything to get there at that age. I don't know if there's anything that would stop him from saying, "No, you're the best. No,
Why you keep
I
fronting?
love you." What was that?
Why you keep fronting?
Why you keep front? But no, I'm telling you, you know how it is. You'll say anything to get in those pants, especially considering Tisha Campbell, Sydney is fine. Fine. Fine.
But no, because Kid does admit that. Like, he asked if she had birth control. And he even said,
No, that's just being courteous, but that's not saying that she was the first choice all along. Doesn't mean
but
that.
even that, though, like, there's elements to it. He's still like, I'm not just gonna fuck you to fuck you.
I think he asked that same question to Shireen if they're in the same situation. I think the whole scene plays out the same.
You think so?
Oh yeah, because you're just
I don't think so. I think it's different.
You're telling me if you had someone right there and all you had to say,
I think with Shireen, it'd be like, I don't have a condom, but I got this empty Ziploc bag that had Kool-Aid in it. Use that.
But turn inside out and it's flavored.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, if you have a girl sitting there at that age and all you have to say is, yes, you're my first choice, and then you're in there, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. There's no scruples. You do it.
All right. So what are you saying though?
I'm saying that's what choice I would have made. That's what choice you would have made. And that's the choice he made. You would say whatever you had to get into those panties.
He didn't. He explained it.
Yeah, he explained exactly what she wanted to hear to get into her panties.
No, he didn't.
Whatever.
He didn't say. No, he didn't say. By your logic and what you're saying right now, he would have said, "No, it's always been you." And he didn't. He explained.
He said,
it.
"Yeah, he did say that. You were my first choice all along." What he said.
No,
yes,
he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he fucking. Do you want me to recite the fucking line for you, you dipshit? Because I will tell you right now, that is not what he said.
He admits that she was my first choice all along.
Shut up. He said, "If you're asking me to make a choice, and that seems to be what you're doing, I'm attracted to both of you. You're who I want as a friend." And then he said, "If I think you go with somebody, you should be friends as well as lovers."
That's there, but earlier he said that you were my first choice all along. He did say that.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
Bitch, I just watched this movie last night.
So did I. So did I.
He did not say that.
Whatever. We'll agree to disagree.
Oh my God. Let's do an audience poll on this fucking shit because you are so wrong right now.
It doesn't change to me.
He never said you were my first choice all along.
He has, the irony here is Play has the name Play, but Kid has the game. So he gave her the game and to get where he needed to be. That's my thoughts.
You're an idiot. You are so fucking stupid. It hurts me in so many ways. Like, how did you pass a driver's test? You're so fucking stupid. He never said that earlier, by the way. He did not.
He did say it.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Watch the movie again after this because
I will watch that scene. I'm not gonna watch the whole movie.
He never said you were my first choice all along. He didn't say that.
I know he said something to that effect. I don't know if he said exact words.
No,
but
he didn't. No, he didn't.
Whatever. I know he did.
He said your mother should buy you a bigger shoe size so to help you dance. And I knew that wasn't Pierre Cardin. I knew it. That's what he said. That's it. So, yeah, no.
Unless you could do the whole scene, which you can't.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
not.
can. What do you want? Which part do you want?
I want to go through the whole scene.
What part do you
I know
want?
I'm right.
No, you're not.
Okay.
He never said you're my first choice all along.
Hey, let the audience decide. I don't give a
Okay.
fuck.
When did he say that?
He said he was like having the tender talk before he got to the friends and the lovers thing. He said about Shireen, and then he said to her, "But I was always you were always the one." He said something to that effect.
No, he
It
didn't.
was yes, he did.
Oh my God, you're a fucking idiot.
You could call me that, but I know I'm right.
You are dumber than a cardboard cutout of me.
A cardboard cutout of you would be an improvement of you.
He said, well, we're in agreement there, but that's fine. No, he said, if you're asking me to choose, then I have to tell you, I'm attracted to both of you, but you're the one I want as a friend. And then he said, and if you go with somebody, I think you should be friends as well as lovers.
Right.
That's exactly what he fucking said.
Okay. I'll take your word because we got to move on. Are you ready?
Motherfucker!
Are
That's
you
what
ready?
he said. You're
I'm
an
not-
idiot.
I know he said that then. I'll take your word for it. I'm going to read this
All right.
now.
Okay.
Kid manages to get out of yet another scrape
Hate you.
with Stab and his brothers.
Brothers.
Kid manages to get out of yet another scrape with Stab and his brothers, and they all end up in a jail cell. The men tell Kid what they're in jail for, and Kid entertains the rest of the men in the cell by rapping, distracting them long enough for Play, Shireen, Bilal, and Sydney to arrive with enough cash to bail them out. Later, the five friends say their goodnights. Kid and Sydney share a long, passionate kiss goodnight. After Play and sound effects included. After
Don't
Play and
slap too
Bilal-
loud, go wake up the neighbors.
After Play and Bilal drops him off, Kid sneaks in the house and gets undressed. As he is about to get into bed, he looks up to find Pop holding a belt. Pop tells him, I wouldn't do that just yet. Snaps his belt and says, because your ass is mine. As the credits roll, we can hear Pop hitting Kid with the belt. Oh, so this is a
Damn.
crazy scene. One of the parts that's strange is when Kid is running from stabbing them.
Yeah.
And those people are running down the alley with shit they stole. They stole a fucking hairdryer and a vacuum. Who does that shit?
Crackheads. You steal whatever you can. Crackheads. You steal whatever you can.
I don't know that they're crackheads. I would say that they're opportunists. Let's call them that. But I guess 1990. What's worth anything back then?
Let me think about this. Vacuums back then, vacuums today, the resale value I think is probably similar. You get $5-10, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a vacuum. Everybody
It
needs
sucks.
them. Everybody needs them.
All vacuums suck. I know.
All vacuums are worth what they're worth. If you're gonna
Dysons are.
If you're gonna buy a used vacuum, I don't think the drop off is that far from 1990 to now, honestly.
Unless it's a Dyson.
Unless it's a Dyson.
That shit holds some value. That's the weirdest fucking thing. But I do love it when
stuff, you steal what you can get.
I
what
love
you
it.
can carry onto a bus. That's the important thing. What can I fit onto a bus on my
That's
person?
true, because they did run on the bus, didn't they?
Yeah.
They got on the bus. I love it when we have jail scenes in movies, but it's as if a high schooler would be held there because he's still in high school. Why are they holding a high schooler in a jail cell with adults? That's what I don't understand.
I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
He's not a high schooler to them. Like, remember, he's a black kid who was arrested by white cops. Age matters to the cops about as much as it does to R. Kelly. It doesn't matter. They don't fucking care. You're a black kid. I'm going to arrest you. That's what they were making fun of, or not even making fun of, but what they were bringing to light. Didn't matter.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, yeah, I guess. They don't care. I don't care. I had on here, what is CPT? But I don't remember why I wrote that.
Okay.
I don't remember why I wrote that. I had a thought on it. I looked it up. I don't remember. It's said in the movie, and I forget what it's for. So if anybody knows where my brain was at when I read that or heard that, let me know. If you know what that is, I would like to know. That's because I asked the question.
Okay. Thanks for sharing, I guess.
Yeah, well, hey, the kid was pretty
Like,
cool. He was
thanks for sharing that, Sydney, you're my first choice all along, which was stupid and wrong.
fuck off.
Whatever.
Now, kid was pretty cool rapping, but I would say the whole rap was like an ode to gay panic. I mean, though, it was just about like it was all throughout the
But,
movie too. It was all throughout the movie too.
you know,
It was the 90s. It's what it was. I know
it
that.
is, I get it, but you bring up gay panic so much in
Because
every
we used it
episode.
so much as a humor tool.
I get
and
it,
didn't
but
realize how many people we offended every time we did it.
and I totally agree with that, but I feel like you bring it up a lot.
Because it's there. If
Right,
it wasn't there a lot, we're doing movies where it happened a lot. It's not my fault. I can't stop it from happening. It already happened.
I
It's
know it was
not
just kind of like your thing.
my
You
thing
got this
is
thing.
my thing gets hard when I see you. Remember that?
I thought, hold on, I thought you said it didn't, and then I said,
I'm
well,
just
you,
saying what
you
you said.
had
I'm disagreeing.
the visualization of me to get an erection, and then you were like, no, I don't, no, I don't, and I was like, yeah, you do, yeah, you do.
Oh. Oh. Now I do have a question. Is it
Yeah.
creepy that Bilal and Play watch them kiss like that?
It's not creepy. It's more like that's what they hoped their night ended like, even though Bilal, with his dragon breath, no way.
He ain't getting he has no game.
That's why they're like, oh shit, what? I
Yeah.
think, well, I think part of it subconsciously to you is because you're watching people that are way older than high school kids.
Yeah.
High school kids would be like, what
Oh,
the fuck? You're right outside the car. I'm watching this.
that's true.
I
But
think
I'm
it's
watching
part-
30-year-olds
You're
go.
like watching 30
Fuck.
Like,
Mind your own business, motherfucker.
well, when their business is right upside your car, it's not
What do
your
you?
fault.
I have another question for you. How awful is it that Play is like having a baby is her problem?
I told
like-
you, Play is an asshole.
I mean-
actually like. So I love Kid and Play. I really do. Play is a fucking actually in Class Act. He's an asshole too because he's the
bully.
roughneck fucker.
Yeah.
Play's an asshole in this movie. He first of all, and you already said before, he fucks up the speaker.
Bilal's equipment. He scrapes that speaker out and beat his ass.
Yeah. Doesn't pick him up forever. Ditches kid who is running for his life in the middle of the fucking street because there's no room because I got fucking 4 sluts in my car.
Put him on the top of the car. Fuck it.
Something. Let him jump on the hood. Plays a dick.
Yeah, he's a dick. He's the dick of the movie.
which is funny because at the end with Shireen, he doesn't even get a kiss. It's like, good. That's what Play deserves.
What's it's funny because that's also what happened to Kid when he stepped in for that.
Well, he did. That's why we said Shireen, I think, might be a virgin or a born again virgin. I don't know.
Yeah, I met a few of those.
I don't know what's going on with her.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. I know. I like me.
I don't even think she knows how to have sex. I don't know what's going on.
Or she doesn't. She doesn't want to. Well, she lives in the projects, and maybe she has an overabundance of caution to not stay there.
I don't know. Yeah,
maybe she wants.
Yeah, I don't want to get pregnant. Yeah,
it's more about understanding that you need to get something better, and
it could be. I don't want to get pregnant because MTV doesn't have that show yet, and I can't make money off of it.
You can't make 16 and pregnant money,
right?
Well, she's 30 in the movie, I think.
But is for what she's portrayed in the movie.
Yeah.
She's 16-ish.
Now, I want to talk about this ending. I don't think it would play well now because getting the belt is not as popular anymore. And it's funny here because, back then we had that sense of humor to it. But now, I don't think this movie would be made that way.
I think, it's hard to say because, I think you have a lot of raunchy comedies still getting made.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that. I think a lot of stuff you could say in this movie probably wouldn't or shouldn't get made than wouldn't. Okay. A lot of stuff still would, but the Pops whooping his ass thing, they don't show anything, so I think it's different.
Think it's different?
They're not showing it. It's the end credits. They're not showing it. So I think that's kind of how they got away with that a little bit better.
What's funny, though, is I'm going to put a 6-pack around it. I'm going to hit it.
All right.
Because when he is smacking his ass, he's kind of ryming as he does it. And
Yeah.
I think that's fucking hilarious.
It's good.
it's fucking hilarious.
Get
Like
your ass to bed. You don't wake up till I tell you to.
I love it. I love it when he does that.
Can we jump back a little bit?
Sure, go ahead.
Or a lot? Just because I saw you had a note about this and you never mentioned it. The sex scene.
Oh, well, you mean earlier on in the movie when we see the roughneck having the sex?
Give me that. Yeah.
Is that the least sexiest sex scene in a movie?
I don't know.
I mean, or is it still Showgirls?
I don't think it's sexy, but it's like, get it? Yeah, you're both into it, so what's wrong with that?
I'll give it that. That dude was going at it, but he had enough of his attention averted to look out the window and grab his fucking hat.
So what's really weird? Okay, have you seen South Central?
No. No, probably not. No,
you haven't. South Central, which ironically has the same guy that's in Showgirls in it.
Oh well, there you go.
You know what I'm talking about? I can't
the dread guy.
Yes,
I know who you're talking about, but I don't.
He's his dad growing up. And his
I didn't know that.
Is trying to. It's really funny. So not funny, but just weird. So his kid, he goes to jail. He's in a gang, goes to jail. His kid is trying to steal a guy's car stereo. The guy is actually an overweight dude. Like, oh man, I've been waiting all week for Wednesday night. He's about to have sex. It's almost the fucking same scene, actually. Before the sex. And he's trying to steal the stereo. The car alarm goes off. The dude comes out, shoots him in the back, jumping over the fence. You've never seen that?
That's sad, really. I never saw that.
It's just crazy because I'm like, it's like South Central. Because
it must be a thing, seeing people fucking and then getting caught.
It's like crazy.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. So at the very beginning of the movie, kids are seen dancing inside a house with the noise being so loud that it literally blows the roof off of the house. During the end credit roll, the same roof flies and lands on top of the policeman in a parking lot. Happy ending.
Yeah. I guess it was nice to see the cops bite it, you know.
Yeah.
That's because generally they get away with it.
Yeah.
So that's the sad part.
How about a Bud Light?
Did you notice at the end of the movie when they run the credits, the production manager's name in the credits owes us money?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
That was the thing.
Hilarious. But I want to hit my generic because it's an overall type of thing.
Okay.
So, to me, my generic is that the movie did have a bit of a low budget feel, like on the edge of being a B movie. But worse than that, like I said, there's a lot of the gay panic. I mean, Kids Flash Freestyle was pretty much a gay panic, like, freestyle. That's what it was. I mean, I get he was in jail and he was facing possible rape, so I'm going to give him a pass on it. But this movie did play on that humor a little too much. It could have went other directions. But, you know, overall, it was just that it was a little low budget. It was like really close to B movie. Like just enough felt A that it wasn't B.
Now, so I'm going to disagree. First of all, the thing about the gay panic stuff, which again, I acknowledge it and I get it, but I feel like seriously, you bring it up so much on so many, like that's what they did back then. It's not right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
You're beating a dead horse at this point.
Yeah, but I gotta let people know that we don't agree with it. Because if we don't, say that. Like if we're passive to it.
No. Let's just say we don't agree with it, but it's in every fucking movie in that time period. Obviously, we don't agree with it, but like we're pointing out the same shit every time.
I can't help it. I gotta point it out.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna point it out just so I can say, hey, this is not what we think should be.
Let's just do a disclaimer before every episode.
Mike is going to point out some shit.
Do not. No, let's just say we do not support gay panic scenes in movies, and just be
Are
done.
you saying I have too
fucking
much
real.
virtue signaling for you?
No. I'm just saying, like, you're harping on the same shit, and it's going on in every fucking movie. That's just the way it is, and I don't agree with it. But every fucking movie has that. Anyway,
all the ones you like.
Oh my god. So what else was I saying? You fucking.
I think you're about to say what piece of memorabilia would you want from the movie?
Not yet, but god damn, you dipshit! You made me lose my train of thought.
It's where we are.
Anyway, we'll do that. Movie memorabilia. What would you like to take from this episode?
Me or you first?
From this movie. I'll go.
Yeah.
I want Bilal's DJ table because I want it specifically so I can just put it randomly when people are over in the way. So when they bump it, I can yell, "Don't bump the table. I'm trying to mix."
Don't bump the table. You sound better now anyway.
I knew what you were going to pick.
You did, because I did say it earlier. I was going to mention this earlier, and it's Kid's pajama cap. It's fucking glorious how it goes over his fucking eraser head.
But you realize you could never wear that.
Because my head's too big?
No, because you'd have to grow your hair out, shave the sides, and get a lot of fucking...
I gotta go high with that high top. Yeah.
You need to get some VO5 up in that shit.
I can't grow a fro, so it ain't happening. That's what you're
you can
saying.
grow your hair long though and spray it.
I guess, but I ain't growing no fro. But that's what I thought. I thought that would be a great little accessory to keep. Are we ready for this? Are you ready to rate this movie up?
Oh, hell yes.
All right, here we go.
I truly do love this movie. I already said this before. This is what when I wasn't, I don't want to say when I wasn't cool, but one of the times I wasn't cool at that age, because I've never been cool. But I do remember feeling like this is the movie. Like, this is the shit. This is what the cool kids are watching. It was one of those movies to me that I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Like, amazing. And, you know, there's definitely some issues with it. You watch it now. The other thing, that's what I remember I was going to bring up when you said it's like a B movie. I don't agree with that at all. I've watched a lot of fucking B movies in my life, and this, not at all. This is not a movie, but it is not a B movie, especially at that time period. Like, it was shot well. It was absolutely not an A movie, but not anywhere near a B movie to me. So I loved it. Nostalgia, all that shit. But you do have to, you watch it with a different lens, and obviously it's going to be different. And there are issues. You have to compare. You have to think about the era it was in when it was done. So at that time, again, a lot of things not good, but that's what was accepted at that point. So, you know, we get that. So you can't criticize it too harshly on that. But I'm going to say it is up there for me because of what it was back then and how much I enjoyed it. I give it 19.5.
Holy shit.
Yes, I do.
My gosh, man. Well, people, I guess
it was just great. I'm sorry. It was. For the issues it had and the things you can knock it about, great movie. And like you said, this is Kid and Play. What could have been if it was Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff? Who knows?
All right. So, okay. Okay. Well, this movie is definitely one that was on repeat on the premiums back then, as I said before. And to that effect, man, I absorbed it at some level. Like, the Kid and Play was just out there, and you kind of seen him in this one and that other movie that we talked about, Class Act. And I always wondered if this type of place really existed because I didn't live in this type of area and didn't have those types of parties. I never had a party like that.
Are you
But I
talking
do love.
about black people?
No, I'm talking
Or
about
the
like these
party
places where
with
you can have house
friends?
parties and people like get to run around and have a good time. I never had that.
Hey,
Uh-uh.
can I give one quick nod too? I'm sorry. One thing we skipped
During
over.
my review, sure.
Yeah, I am. Two things actually. One, plays dancing with the vacuum because you in your notes had kid dancing with the vacuum, which it was not. It was play when he
Oh
fucked up
yeah.
his moves. But
Well, I
play,
didn't mention it, did I?
you didn't play.
So don't show my mistakes that I don't make.
Give him. Well, I mean, yeah, that's all I do. Play or
I didn't make that one.
let's give. You did. You said kid dancing
No.
with the
It's in
vacuum.
notes, but it was never said.
No, I'm saying it now, asshole.
Fuck
Listen,
you.
give play. I will give him one shred of credit here. He was an asshole in the movie, but taking out the China and
Oh,
put
that was a good thing.
plastic shit.
Yeah. Okay,
shit.
yeah, that was
Good
good.
job. All right, I
But
appreciate
like I
that.
said, I never had parties like that, and I love me some dancing in a movie. It's a fun watch to a point, but it does walk the edge of B movie quality. And I like it, but I just see the quality of it as what it is. So for me, it's not anywhere near Anthony's score. It's an 11 can movie. That's what it is all day long. Because
Wow.
you got to think about the year that it came out. Point Break. Is it
But
better than Point Break?
you gotta think about the budget.
I don't give a fuck about the budget.
Yeah, you do.
E.T. was made for 1.5 million.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Listen,
I'm just saying.
think about the budget and the careers that it launched.
I get that, but that does nothing to do with
I
my
don't see it as a B
Roadhouse
movie,
is.
though. Like
Is it
I've
not?
watched a lot of B movies. This
Is it
is
better
not a
than
B
Roadhouse?
movie. Okay, this is like I'll say this. It's like I think it's a B plus.
How
It's
about
between a B plus and an A minus.
you
This
take
is
my
not
cans and your cans, add them together, and divide them by 2, and let me know where it's at.
15.25.
And what's near that 15.25?
What's near it or what's like right fucking on it?
What's
What do
right
you-
fucking on it?
What do you
Because
want?
tell me either way, something that's interesting.
I don't know if we've done anything interesting. So I don't
No,
know.
just all the things we've done are interesting.
15.25 exactly is The Matrix Reloaded.
That's a better movie than this.
You know what? I'd rather watch House Party again, though. Wouldn't you say you probably would rather watch House Party?
Because
if you're
Reloaded is
hanging
a
out-
hard one to sit
if you're
through.
if you're hanging out, wouldn't you rather just sit down and watch House Party?
I will give you that.
You know,
yeah.
you got so I think some of these movies you got to kind of. I mean, we do our ratings, but you kind of got to give it that nod to some movies. Like, what would rather whatever I rated at? What would I rather just kind of sit down, and hang out, and watch? So let's see. Any more 15.25ers in there? Furious 7. Fuck that noise.
That was a great movie.
Whatever.
That movie should have been higher because it was really good.
No, you're high. You know what's really funny about that? Opposite scores.
What?
You gave that 19.5. I gave it 11. Exact opposites of
Yeah.
House Party.
Because it's a good movie. It's a better movie than
It's
this.
the exact opposite score.
It is a better movie than this movie. So
To you, dipshit.
I would guess to most people.
You dipshit. I don't think so.
Ask a millennial.
Hey, guess what? What got 93% Rotten Tomatoes, dipshit?
Your mom.
And House Party. I bet my mom would. My mom's awesome. My mom's a
Okay.
hottie, too. Fucker. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm from a town called Fresh Off Cap's Ass. Make me homesick. I don't think we have any other 15.25ers.
What's just above it? What's just above it?
Working Girl is 15.5.
Yeah. Better
Yeah.
movie than this.
Jerry Maguire is 15. That's all right.
Better movie than this.
I don't have your score on there. Uh-oh.
Whoa, Jerry Maguire?
Yeah.
Do I have it?
Did you give a score? Because I don't have it.
What is it from? What year is it from? Do you know?
Jerry Maguire?
I may not have. Jerry Maguire for me would be like a 16.5.
Well, I'll just put that in right now then. 15.75.
Yeah, it's better than this.
I feel like you probably did. Did we give scores back then?
No,
You
and I had to
evolved,
give you.
people.
We didn't do
I'm sorry.
scores, and so we
We
updated all.
evolved. So off the cuff, he just gave that a 16.5.
But I know that's what I would have, because you know what brings it down? That fucking song by Bruce Springsteen. It'd be a 19 without that
You're
fucking
giving
song.
it because of a song. Wow.
I hate that fucking song. And I hate Bruce Springsteen.
So that's where we're at.
And it's not that I hate Bruce Springsteen personally. I just think his music is shit. So there you go.
Okay. Good for you.
As a person, he could be a great guy.
He does better music than you ever have in your life. So
he has written music, so therefore I haven't. So anything he's made is better than what I've written, but that doesn't make it good. I mean, that's like saying a shit chef who makes food that tastes like shit is a better chef than me. Yeah, he's a chef and he makes food.
Yeah, but
doesn't mean it's good.
You're still, as soon as we end this podcast, you're going to be dancing in the dark, whacking off, thinking about me. So I don't get it. What's your problem?
I was born to run this podcast. Fuck you.
Exactly. See, there you go. And you were also born in the USA, bitch.
Barely. I was born in California. All right. Okay, we would like to thank you for listening. We also want to remind you to join our Patreon so you can get some of that bonus content and other fun stuff. One of the bonus content that we have out there is our views on Maverick, the most recent Top Gun movie.
Good stuff. Yeah.
For example, actually, I was going to put an example. Okay. No examples, just go see what we have. Remember, you can go to sodapopcultureclub.com for all things related to the show, including your chance to make movie suggestions, and our episode schedules there as well. We also are on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and we have a Twitch channel. Now, we want to give you a little tease as to what next week's movie may be. See if you can guess what it is.
Right turn, Clyde.
And as always, we thank you.
Hate him.
Who?
You.
As always, we thank you for listening. Anthony, anything you want to say other than how much you hate me?
I will. Our Patreons can enter for free to be my new co-host. And I mean this sincerely.
So he's saying if you join Patreon, there's a chance he'll let you be on an episode. I think that's what he just said.
Or on all future episodes.
It's an audition.
Future episodes. You just got to know how to edit shit, because I don't want to do it.
All right. Fuck you.